You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. And look, if you're on the big screen, get out of your seat and show us your moves. Dance Dan. Oh, there we go. Someone's standing and dancing around the top there. What about the little one? What about the little one up the top there? On Dad's knee. Up the top there on Dad's knee. I've got a prize. Well done. A bit of dancing. Fantastic. At the Barfoot and Thompson New Zealand Badminton Open, dancing our way to finals day tomorrow. Have you got your tickets? They are going to sell out very quickly. Make sure you get your tickets. Either online or here at the venue. You do not want to miss tomorrow. It is going to be something very, very special. Stand by, our next match is not far away.
So twice Olympic champion LIN Dan up next, taking on Angus Ka Long of Hong Kong in the Event Finder Stadium here at the New Zealand Badminton Open. We have been royally treated to 4 terrific matches. Just confirmation of the women's double result that we just watched. Kim and Kong coming through, world number 30th pair, coming through 2-1 against the world number 2s and top seeds in women's doubles. But next up, it's LIN Dan, the 7th seed, against Angus Ka Long from Hong Kong. Can we get a repeat of the final that we had last year? Jonathan Christie lies in wait. He's come through the bottom half. That was fairly emphatic from him, winning 21-12, 21-15 in 39 minutes. But now it's the turn of LIN Dan. He harbours Tokyo ambition, but first, can he defend his Auckland title? He walks into generous reception. He'd love to defend his title here and kickstart his Olympic qualification bid, but it's Ka Long of Hong Kong here in his way. Well, it really is a terrific atmosphere in the Event Finder Stadium. And this evening, at 6 o'clock local time, it might get even better, because there's never a dull moment when LIN Dan's in the house. Ranked 12th in the world right now, the former world number 1 back in September 2012. 13 wins this year, only 7 losses for the man with his back to us. Defending champion, he won the Malaysian Open recently. And the Thai Masters as well. They've met 3 times before, and LIN Dan leads. Beg your pardon, Ka Long leads 2-1 head-to-head. So can LIN Dan bring parity to that stat and swing it his way again? Ka Long, as we look at his vitals, 24 years old, ranking of 16th in the world right now, has been as high as 6th in the world. That was back in August a couple of years ago, 2017. 5'11" tall he stands. He's a very humble, gracious young man. And he has had 7 wins, 5 losses this year, having played 12 matches. This is his route through. Took out Li Jia, the Malaysian of quality. Yesterday, hour and 5 minutes it took him in the quarterfinals. Other than that, relatively untroubled against Lee Hyun of Korea and Avahing Sunon of Thailand prior to that. So he'll need to be at his very best, you'd imagine, tonight, because LIN Dan does love playing here. There's no doubting that. 35 years old, so giving away, was it 11 years to his opponent? But he's a man of real style, isn't he, LIN Dan? Ollie, you must enjoy watching him as much as I do.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, it's nice to see him back in form the last few months as well.
The win over Ginting, Ollie, was standout, wasn't it, last night? Did you see any of that?
I didn't unfortunately see any of it, no. But again, prior to the match, I thought that Ginting may have been too quick and too strong. But I think we're starting to see some of LIN Dan from his prime come back again.
Exactly. Ginting, the world number 7, playing off that career high ranking as well. He was the runner-up in Singapore recently as well. But LIN Dan took him down. Conceded that second game quite easily, but it's almost as if that was his strategy to come through in the third as a consequence. But he did so with shining colours. And of course, we know all about his Olympic ambition. He's declared that as we say hello to our Korean umpire, Kang Sun-young. So the 2018 event sold out on finals day, Sunday, with this legend winning the men's singles title. There's the service judge. It was third time lucky, having lost to Ginting the last twice. So that was almost written in the stars. But it's funny because certain venues for certain players, it just resonates, just clicks with them. And LIN Dan, you sense, kind of likes it here. Time will tell, of course. This our second semi-final offering from the very top of the draw. One of the very greatest players that have graced a badminton court over the years. 2-time Olympic and 5 times world champion, LIN Dan, taking on NG Ka Long from Hong Kong, the 6th seed and world number 16. So just 4 spots on the world rankings separate world number 16 in your picture, taking on the number 12. The touch from the left-hander from China, just absolutely outstanding from the off. Who'd expect anything less? He's got a nonchalance about the way that he plays his badminton, hasn't he? That's, well, it's quite something.
Yeah, just the composure and the way he moves and the way he plays is really something quite special.
He lost their last match, did LIN Dan, to this 6th seed. That was in straight games in the German Open back in March 2018.
Yeah, I dare say there won't be too many players out there that have a positive head-to-head record against them.
NG Ka Long Angus, challenge called in.
The last win in the 3-match clash was November 2017 for LIN Dan. That's at the Hong Kong Open. So, early challenge then. We're all waiting with bated breath. Oh, it's a good call from the Hong Kong player. The challenge successful.
Sun ball. 2, 1, play. Hold. Sun ball. 2, all. Change. LIN Dan challenge called in.
He took on your mate in the opening round, didn't he, LIN Dan? Manota, your doubles partner, and he won 21-6 and 21-7 as well in 25 minutes. But did he talk to you about that? Have you managed to sort of catch his ear since then or not?
Yeah, absolutely, he did. Yeah, Yeah, obviously there's a bit of a level difference between the two of them. Double Olympic champion LIN Dan is a quality player, but he came out with taking no prisoners against Mani. He put up a really good fight, actually. Some good rallies in there, but unfortunately LIN Dan was just a bit too good for him. I think it's just noticeable. Certainly it was against Mani in the first round, and just in general how difficult it is to get LIN Dan off balance.
Service over. 3-all.
The control he has over his body and the way he moves is it is second to none. There's very few other players like it, especially when he's at his peak.
He does make it look so easy, doesn't he? It's like he's too cool for school. It just comes so easily to him. Oh, that's nice too. A nice response from NG Ka Long.
4-all.
LIN Dan incidentally has made it clear that Tokyo 2020 looms large in his plans. And you do wonder, don't you, that although he yearns for more Olympic Games success, wonder whether he might retire after that. I don't know. 35 years of age, still going strong. Oh, that is outstanding control at the end of what should have been a punishing rally, but that was robotic finish from the man from Hong Kong.
Yeah, as soon as I mentioned about throwing LIN Dan off balance, he does it 2 points in a row, so let's see if he can continue. But yeah, lovely little disguise on the net shot from NG Ka Long.
Well, a little too greedy there.
Service over. 5-6.
And we keep harping on about this Olympic theme, but of course it's, you know, a massive window that's just opened for all these players to try and accrue points. And of course there's only 2 qualifiers per category from each member nation. And well, you've got Chen Long, Shi Yu Chi. Of course, that's going to be a massive battle, isn't it, to try and get ahead of those guys. They're such pedigree players. And well, LIN Dan, when he's on, he really is on, but you do sense that there's a spring in his step this week. We've seen it a lot, haven't we, with the Ginting win, and he just looks good all of a sudden, almost like he's been training very, very hard. Yeah, I think we've definitely noticed an improvement in his performances over the last couple of months. There was periods last year and earlier this year as well where perhaps you'd say he wasn't quite at his best or how good he has been in the past.
6-all.
Yeah, I mean, at the Malaysian Open, his physical condition and his pace and control, you know, have been a lot better than in past few months.
Yeah, I mean, especially to beat Ginting yesterday, who's playing well at the moment as well. Tight game with Momoto in Singapore in the final a couple of weeks back.
66 career titles. Can you believe it? Oh, that is gorgeous, though, in response.
7 all.
And really quick to recognise the quality of his own net shot there in Ka Long. And really quick up on his forehand corner there as well.
9-7.
Very strong athlete, there's no doubting that, and you can't take him lightly at your peril. Semi-finalist at the All England Open earlier this year in March. Wow, this is tip-top, isn't it, from both players playing with such precision and disguise.
8-9.
Eight minutes of brutal hitting. LIN Dan gesturing for the court attendant to come on. Deadlock in the opening game. Couldn't get any tighter. Crowds vocal in their support for both.
Please.
You'd imagine the majority will be willing on LIN Dan. He's an icon all over the world, isn't he? Wherever he goes, everybody knows him.
He's been a crowd favourite this week since day one as well. It's no different today.
Oh, that was nice from NG Ka Long.
Service over. 10-9.
Both bringing mini surges to this match that are just outstanding to watch. Tough question. Where do you sense the match will be won and lost here? Give it a moment if you need.
No, I think, again, early stages, yes, both players are coming with some aggression and some good attack from the back line. But LIN Dan, as we know, will step up in speed as well, especially towards the back end of the set. And whether NG Ka Long can, one, match that, and two, do something about it, I think that's where this match is going to lie.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting. I was talking with Morten Frost at the All England Open as we head to the turn here. And, yeah, the man from Hong Kong, 11-9 to the good. And they were saying. So 11-9, we will resume on that thread in a minute to NG Ka Long. So as we resume here after the mid-game interval, it's the man from Hong Kong, 24 years old, world ranked 16th, who leads by 2 points against LIN Dan in this opening game. No, so the story goes, when we were working together at the All England Open, Morten turned to me and sort of said, I'm really backing NG Ka Long to do well, you know, because, and he made semis, which was good. And I said to Morten, well, you know, why is that? He said, well, he's just so physically strong, so balanced, and such a great athlete. I think, you know, he because he's quite sort of, not diminutive in stature, but he's low key, he kind of goes under the radar a little bit. but he brings a lot physically.
And on cue, he shows us exactly that, I think.
13-9.
Yeah, it takes a lot of physical presence and strength to dictate against a guy like LIN Dan, who's as quick as he is, especially up in the rear court. I mean, clever serve from NG Ka Long there, just giving a bit more speed,
14,
forcing the lift to come long from LIN Dan. But yeah, you do need to be the aggressor to beat him. If you're just going to play the shuttle around at tempo, he's going to run all day as well. But we see here NG Ka Long really dictating just after a mid-game interval.
9.
That's 4 quick points.
Yeah, which suddenly give a 6-point cushion to NG Ka Long. This is encouraging for Hong Kong fans. I spoke to NG Ka Long's coach in the lobby of the hotel earlier today before I hopped on the bus to get here, and he was sort of suggesting how he thinks it's so important that his charge takes the first game, because LIN Dan will be gunning for just that, as he did against Ginting. And that's a misjudgment there from LIN Dan.
9. Service over. 10-17.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think if he wants to adopt a similar, whether it was a strategy against Ginting or whether he just got too far behind in the second game and kind of figured it was a foregone conclusion, no one will really ever know. But if he wants to have that option to, oh, that's phenomenal from NG Ka Long. Just the way he gets up so quick.
18-10.
Not only the height, but just to push back and get behind the shuttle, so he's got all sorts of options from there as well. LIN Dan can't guess or anticipate where it's coming.
Oh, that's something very, very special. Just as you thought the shuttle was kind of behind him, it's terrific hand skills there from the former world #1.
18.
Now, can he turn this one around? He's right up against the wall here.
Service over. 19-11.
That's well lifted as well. That's even better from LIN Dan.
Where did that come from? He pulled the rabbit out the hat there, didn't he? I don't think anybody in the arena anticipated this. Let's see it again.
12.
That there was really tight.
19.
And then just look how short this is. It's half a meter in front of the service line.
It's not legal, that, is it?
13-19.
Fantastic net exchange.
Oh, had he made that, that would have been absolutely outstanding.
20.
Little
Game
too
point.
greedy.
13.
So Angus and Ka Long keeping up the pressure on LIN Dan here. 7 game points. Oh, that is fantastic. He has played an outstanding opening game. The young man
First
from
game
Hong
won
Kong.
by Ka Long Angus,
And Ka Long
21-13.
secures the opener. 21 points to 13 after 17 minutes played.
Wipe the court, please.
So the defending champion under siege here. He's a game down, is LIN Dan, the 7th seed, to Angus and Ka Long of Hong Kong, the 6th seed. Just 4 world ranking spots between them. We start game 2 here, a game that LIN Dan has to win if he's to keep his title bid alive. He's been under a lot of pressure from the off volley, hasn't he? What's that's exactly a statement of what we've been seeing earlier, isn't it? Really thunderous responses from Ka Long, taking any time away from LIN Dan.
Yeah, LIN Dan has just not looked comfortable from love all, really. I mean, that point we saw there with a backhand miss hit is totally uncharacteristic, but I think Ka Long is putting him under enough pressure that he's being forced to come up with something, and he can't quite do it at the moment. He's looking a bit lost.
Yeah, he's 3-love down in the second game, and he's not happy with his racket. He's stepped off stage just to kind of grab a breather, really, but these points are just reeling away from him far too quickly. And credit to the man from Hong Kong who's playing very sort of casino badminton. This is high risk, but he's making a lot of these fast pace shots.
Yeah, he's just lacking a bit of footwork there in that rally, but yeah, absolutely, he's dictating in every facet at the moment. But he's also mixing up the power with some amazing touches as well. A couple of drop shots that have landed a long way in front of the service line. It just means that LIN Dan has to worry about covering a lot of court as well as the hard stuff.
Yeah, well, he accrued a run of 8 consecutive points, did Ka Long, in the opening game. Already here, he's had a run of 3. He really is looking merciless right now. This is incredible play from Ka Long.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Sensational, just incessant, the barrage of pressure that LIN Dan is under. It's just not being given any wriggle room in any points to just sort of find any rhythm. He's been smothered and rushed throughout.
Yeah, he just has not had a look in so far.
Thank you.
It's a clever strategy that this man has put together with his coach.
On court, please.
Yeah, and he's certainly executing it 100% at the moment.
They've only been on court 21 minutes, and suddenly you're sort of a game and 5-1. I mean, it's just motoring away. Well, is this where the bubble bursts for the man from Hong Kong? Because so far he's been untouchable. LIN Dan needs to get his rain mac on and weather the storm and hope that he can put a couple of runs of 2s and 3s together. Look at the quality of return. It's high risk from this man, but at the moment, it's coming off.
6, go.
Yeah, we just saw off camera there, LIN Dan just making an expression to his coaches that, what do I do? Oh my
just
God.
held his hand up as well. Did you see that? As if to say, slow down, pal. I want to play when I'm ready. But the umpire's gesturing, come on, keep up with the speed of the server, please. That's bound to happen every now and then, isn't it, with the way that he's playing high risk.
3, 6.
Yeah, that's fine. I think it's certainly using or making the most of his physical capabilities when he can get up so high on the back line. He doesn't hit full power, he just hits fast and steep, so it comes down quick. Oh, that's fantastic clear. Not often you say that in men's singles as well. Oh, good defense.
He's got the magic potion out again. LIN Dan at his very best in that point. That was something very special we witnessed there. What a turnaround. under the cosh throughout. 29-shot rally. Lin Dan's come out on top. He's trying so desperately just to keep his head above water here. He's under a lot of pressure. The crowd are geeing him on as well. Because at the moment, this has looked rather lopsided in favour of the 6th seed from Hong Kong. Now, Lin Dan's going to have to get really physical here and twin that with that magical touch if he really wants to come through game 2, you sense. He's taken his time sensibly. His head must be like a washing machine inside, spinning around under pressure. Should have gone the other way, he gestures.
7-4.
Winning the flat hard exchanges.
8-4.
Hong Kong fans must be delighting in what they're seeing. There was no call, but the arms came out from the Lions judge. 5-point cushion from Ka Long. It's just forcing error from Lin Dan. It's as simple as that. He's playing at such a fast tempo. It's just lights out, isn't it?
4. Change.
Yeah, he's making life really, really difficult for Lin Dan, especially with the way he's playing his clears from the back line as well. There's not many men's singles players at the moment that will jump up and then play like a hold punch clear deep into the rear corners of Lin Dan's court. And it's really making him think. He doesn't just have to worry about the shots that come down.
Well, it's simply sublime from the 24-year-old from Hong Kong, who has played masterful, mouth-watering badminton match so far. He's a game and 11-4 up. Things really looking up for Hong Kong fans right now. Well, he's been on the receiving end, has Lin Dan, in this second men's semi-final. He really just can't find a toe hold or a foothold into this match. And Ka Long has won 5 in a row, stands at 11-4, despite the service error in the second game.
5-11.
Now, is that just a hint of perhaps some nerves? But he's beaten Lin Dan twice before. Indeed, he's only lost once to Lin Dan. Crowd trying desperately to get behind the Chinese. The precision and pace are just incredible. Ollie, you're beside me shaking your head in disbelief.
I just like the amount of court that LIN Dan is having to cover is something else. It's coming quickly and steep when he hits his drop shots. And also he has to hold punch clear as well, so LIN Dan has to focus either up or down, move back.
LIN Dan dishing out some punishment of his own there. But it looks like he's having to play at a tempo that he's quite uncomfortable at. Now, whether that's because he's 35 and possibly, dare I say it, respectfully I say it, slowing down a little bit, you know, against this 24-year-old stallion at the moment.
Over 14-7.
Again, just NG Ka Long, just deception at the front court there on his forehand side. It's too good. Forcing LIN Dan off balance, having to take the shuttle backhand.
Well, he won't like this, what's happening here. He's just been denied any time. He's been rushed off the court. People trying their utmost, Chinese fans in particular there, have come to watch and get behind their man, but it's been a rout at the moment, unusually. Well, he's trying all of his wizardry and his trickery, but it's still not working.
16-7.
Head scratching for many.
Change.
But this man is having the time of his life. He's played an incredible match so far to keep arguably the greatest player of all time at arm's length. And the errors are starting to come thick and fast for LIN Dan. It's a
17,
shake of the head.
7.
A purr of discontent from his fans.
Over 8-17.
Yeah, NG Ka Long has clearly stepped onto court with a plan, and he's managed to execute that really, really well.
It's a good leave. It's almost as if either way, NG Ka Long has sort of said, right, I'm just going to have quick points, that's it. Make him feel as uncomfortable as I can. Even if I do make the odd miss, it kind of comes with the territory.
Yeah, but he's done it in a calculated manner.
Look at that.
Every serve he's played has been sort of half a metre past the service line, so LIN Dan can't play as tight net as he would like to.
9.
Everything from the back line has been so, had so much variation in it and so much quality in it as well. He's never allowed LIN Dan to anticipate or be able to cut out corners so that he can be more dangerous. Generally,
18.
your first response if somebody starts hitting steep shots is to take a step forward. But you mix that up when NG Ka Long has been up, jumping high in the air, and hitting punch clears as well. You can't really do that, or you end up really late in the back. And then he combines it with attack like that as well.
Over 19-10.
He's simply been too good today. Is this the look of the next generation?
Match point 10.
Remarkable. 10 match points for NG Ka Long of Hong Kong. LIN Dan salvages some pride.
11-20.
Oh no, he's missed that. Can you believe it? Match point down. Angus NG Ka Long completely orchestrating affairs out here today. He wins in just over half an hour on court against LIN Dan.
Match won by NG Ka Long Angus, 21-13, 21-11.
Confirmation of the scoreline then. Many people disbelieving that. LIN Dan rushed off the court. Angus NG Ka Long through to the final. 21-13, 21-11 in 33 minutes.
With your shovels, you must stay in your seats.